Hey, good morning, y'all. My name's Kamal Robinson. I'm be you guys' host for this brief presentation. All right, so I got some good information I want to share with you guys. So I don't want to keep you too long. So I'm gonna jump right into this, and I'm gonna share my screen. So give me a second, and let's get over to. It's not what I want. All right, you should see boomerang on your screen. All right, so listen. Before I jump into this, most of you guys might be looking for a way to make a second income. If it didn't mean that you got I guess chase down friends and family, trying to sell them things, trying to get them to switch from their shampoos to your shampoos, but trying to find a real viable way to supplement your income or make a second, or even for some people, a third source of income. You might have come to the realization that in our days and times, is way different than it was 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, like when our parents and our grandparents are around. Things are not as stable as they used to be. So having that safety net, that second stream of income, is really, in my opinion, the best way to go these days. If you're anything like me, you were raised with the mentality, as far as the American dream that our parents passed down to us was to go to school, get good grades, graduate, go to college, graduate college, get that good government job that pays what? That pays your benefits, that you hope is going to be stable, that you can work for 25, 30 years up until the time you retire and collect your pension, right? That was cool back in their day, but nowadays things is very different. All right. So I know me myself, I've experienced numerous layoffs. I've never been fired, but I've been laid off numerous of times. So for me, I know what it feels like to have my income stream cut off, right? But we all know your bills don't ever stop. Whether you got a job or don't have a job, your bills are recurring. They still going to come, right? They don't give you no amnesty because you don't have a source of income. So anyway, so I learned real quick that it was important, right, to have a second stream of income. For one, as a safety net, and for two, just so I can basically live the life that I want to live, right? So what we perceive to be a lot of us to be the American dream, like I said, is really, it's not, things aren't the same. All right. Things aren't the same today as it was back then. So with that being said, I sought out alternate ways to make money, which led me to this industry and this particular opportunity that I want to share with you guys. So let me jump into this. I don't want to keep you too long. So I just want to break this down to you guys and show you um, this awesome opportunity that you got at hand. So before we get into it, I'm going to give you guys a disclaimer that I myself or I Boomerang will not and cannot promise you guys any guaranteed income. All right. So the best example I can give you is that of a gym membership. When you go to a gym membership, right, you pay your membership price. Because you pay the price does not guarantee that you're going to lose 30 pounds or that you're going to pack on 10 pounds of muscle, right? You got to do what? You pay for the membership, but then you got to do some work. You got to come to the gym. You got to show up, learn to use the equipment and get it in, right? Only then will you see results. So basically, the only guarantee that I can give you is yourself. You are your guarantee. If you treat this as a hobby, you'll get the results of a hobby. But for a lot of people that have heard this opportunity and accepted it, accepted the challenge and took advantage of our trainings, the techniques, and the technology that we provided, for those, they've had some life-changing experiences, right? Some life-changing, this became a life-changing opportunity for them. So basically, we can't guarantee anything. You are the guarantee. The work that you put in determines the outcome that you will get from this opportunity. All right, so I just want to throw that out there before we move along. So the world is changing, right? They say about 2027, a lot of people will work wherever and whenever they want, right? If we look at companies like your Ubers, your Lyfts, you got your Instacarts and things of that nature, allows people to work at their own desired hours. People can set their own times. We're not, I guess, locked into traditional jobs anymore because the world is shifting, right? So yesterday, people had, like I said earlier, pretty much one job. And it was on what we call the 40-40 plan, right? So you work 40 hours a week for 40 years of your life. And then they say you retire with like 40 years of what, 40% of what you made during your working years, something or something, you know, something similar. But most people work the typical 9 to 5 job, right? And again, you worked up into the time of retirement. But today, because of technology and shifts in technology and shifts in the economy, 84% of people, right, independent workers can work and live the lifestyle that they want to live, meaning they can kind of move and maneuver on their own time as opposed to being locked into, you know, clocking in to a traditional 9 to 5 job. All right. So they say about 54 people still working traditional jobs. So again, the world is changing and we got to learn how to adapt and change with it or get left behind. So even the customer expectations have changed, right? So most customers now, we want that ongoing value, we want unique experiences, and we want things that's personalized for us. Think of companies like Amazon, right? I love Amazon, so I reference Amazon a lot. So think about Amazon.com and the customer experience they bring to the table. Buying and selling is not new. There's nothing new. Buying and selling is almost as ancient as the earth itself. People are always bought and sold, but the thing that makes it feel new is that it's the platforms, the way we're buying and selling. Again, just using Amazon. Amazon creates this awesome customer experience that's very easy, it's very convenient, and it's fast, right? So customer experiences have changed, right? And also our expectations or your expectations as far as employment has changed, right? We want time freedom. We don't want to be tied to a job 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day for some people. We want to be able to maneuver and do things with our families and our friends, right? We want residual income, meaning we want to be in a position where we don't have to be at a specific place in order to get paid, right? So no matter what we're doing, while we have our freedom, our income continues, whether we're active or not. You get what I'm saying? So, and also a lot of people will love to get back. So expectations have definitely changed. The times are changing. And again, we got to learn to kind of stay up with what's going on with the economy around us. So in the old world, as far as business, you had to sell, sell, sell. It was all about selling. It was all about selling, right? Especially in the network marketing industry. And then a lot of people work 10, 12 hours a day. Like I know some people who live and die by working 40, 50, 60 hours a week. And they brag about it like this is their life. That's not the type of life I want to live. But for them, you know, if it's good for them, you know, if they like it, then I love it. But that was the old world, right? Typically you worked in one industry. Like I said, we go back to our parents. Most of them held one job all the way up into the time they retired, right? And then they only had one stream of income. But now if we go to the new world, right, which iBoomerang is ushering in, is that we're able to have success without selling, right? iBoomerang is allowing us to have success without selling, right? The old model, again, like I said, was sell, 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 sell. We've changed the business model to where you can have success without selling, right? But also because of the technology that we have, just think about Facebook. Facebook has over 1 billion users. So we can reach to all four corners of the globe. You get what I'm saying? Because of technology. So we got to be up on this and stay up on this so we can utilize the technology that's at hand. And again, this is why companies like Amazon and Facebook is booming, right? Because our reach is worldwide, right? Now, we had to sleep. You had to sleep. The thing is, technology doesn't sleep. Artificial intelligence does not sleep. Those ads that we see popping up on timelines on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, right? They never sleep. So you want to have the technology at your disposal to help you build and grow rapidly. All right. So we also allow our representatives to get paid when a customer saves money, right? And we earn multiple streams of income through this opportunity. So let's keep it moving. Now, yesterday, you get paid when you sell. Remember I said that. So yesterday, the old business model was you get paid when you sell. So you had to sell the volume, which is cool, right? But even better is that today, especially and only through iBoomerang, is that you get paid when they save, right? You get what I'm saying? So you get paid when they save. So we're not selling value, we're giving value. And this is the iBoomerang motto. And as a matter of fact, if you think about a boomerang, this is actually why the company is named Boomerang. Think about the characteristics of a boomerang. You throw it out and it comes back. So our belief, our mantra, our motto, and our what we live by is that when you give out goodwill, then you'll get goodwill in return. You get what I'm saying? So like I said, you get paid when they save. So we're giving value, not selling it. Now, let's get into our CEO and chairman, Mr. Holton Buggs. If any of you guys have ever been in this type of industry, you may or may not know of him. If you haven't, if you've never experienced multi-level marketing, then there's a good chance you've never heard of this guy. You can actually Google him. But the best way I can explain Mr. Holton Buggs is that he's the Michael Jordan of our industry. If any of you guys, if you're my age or older, then you've had the pleasure and honor of actually watching Michael Jordan play. He was an awesome athlete. His reach, his impact is pretty much worldwide. Because if you think about the kids nowadays, they don't really know, well, they know of Michael Jordan because a lot of them wear his sneakers, but very few of them have actually seen him play and actually see when he was going through the stages and the processes of creating what he created and building this brand that is Michael Jordan. You get what I'm saying? So Holton Buggs is pretty much the Michael Jordan of the network marketing industry. So his first 7 years of business, he never made over $500 a month, right? Which is really nothing to get excited about. But what this shows you is that he started from the bottom also. So he started from exactly where I'm at, where you're at, if you've ever tried this and failed, but he didn't give up. You know, he kept in, he stayed down, he dug in, and within the last 10 years, he was actually able to create a business model, a strategy to where he could find success. But not only that, because it's not about him, because at the end of the day, what he eats doesn't fill your belly. But what I want to shine a light on the fact is that he's helped over 50 people to become millionaires. So his impact goes beyond just his personal success and gain, is the impact that he's had beyond himself. And so, you know, the members that around him and that followed his leadership and followed the strategies, and you get what I'm saying? So that's Mr. Holton Buggs. Now, he's actually the highest earner ever in network marketing history from a rep or distributor position, not as a CEO, not as an owner, but from the ground level out there selling, you know, getting things out, getting products out, but also, like I said, helping other people to achieve success also. So this is Mr. Holton Buggs. And the reason that's important, I want to throw that out there, because if you're trying to get to your destination, right, the best thing you want to do is look at the captain. Who's the captain of the ship? Because 9 times out of 10, if you got a good captain, you got a good leadership at the helm of the ship, then you're going to get to your destination. All right. So that's our chairman and CEO, Mr. Holton Buggs. Now, what he did was he put together a team of executives, and they created a concept to make the future of business easier for us to succeed, for you to succeed, right? Now, the way we're able to do this is through artificial intelligence. Again, we're catching up with the times, right? What's going on around us? AI, or artificial intelligence, is the driving force behind a lot of the biggest companies today. Again, I'm gonna use Amazon, right? Think about Amazon. Let's think about, if you got an iPhone, you got Siri. Think about your Samsungs with Bixby and all that. All those technologies are AI, artificial intelligence. We have our own artificial intelligence, what we call the Priv. The Priv is the Perpetual Residual Income Builder. So this artificial intelligence allows you to create or generate a residual income. If you're unfamiliar with what a residual income is, think about artists, musicians, actors, actresses. Michael Jackson, for example, right? Michael Jackson made songs years ago. He made hits like some years ago when I was still a kid. But to this day, right, even though Michael Jackson isn't here, the music that he makes still generates income for his estate. You know, his kids, his family can still eat off of things that he did years ago. So residual income is basically, you can do something one time, but you continue to reap the rewards. You continue to reap the profits from it over and over and over, year after year after year, right? So this is one of the best ways to generate and create wealth for yourself and for your family. So what the Priv does, right, our artificial intelligence, the Priv works for you, all right? The artificial intelligence works for you. Again, think about your phone, right? It might have been a time where you was talking to your friend and y'all was having a conversation about whatever. And then you go get on your social media site. You go get on Facebook, and the same thing y'all had the conversation about is popping up on your news feed. The phones are always listening, right? This might seem spooky to some, but this is pretty much the world we live in. The artificial intelligence is put in place in order to give you the best customer experience. What do I mean? They're only going to advertise you things and show you things that you have an interest in. That's what the artificial intelligence does as far as a consumer perspective. The phone is listening to provide you the best customer experience, but also not just you, for those big companies, big businesses, those big corporations that wants to sell you things. The artificial intelligence, again, you think about Siri, think about Bixby, think about Alexa, they're collecting data. They're collecting the data so they can send to these big corporations so they can advertise you and make sure that you have the best, most unique customer experience. This is also what the Priv does. So the Priv does for your customers, it follows up, it does selling, it does the upselling, it does cross-selling, right? Think about your experience when you go into a Foot Locker, for example, or whatever shoe store you go into. For the most part, you're going to deal with a salesperson. Now, a good salesperson will not only find the shoes that you want, but after you purchase the shoes, they'll go a step further, which is the upsell. They'll say, hey, would you like some shoestrings with that? Or, hey, they got a hat over there that's going to match those sneakers just fine. Or, yo, listen, we got a shirt that's going to match those sneakers. You get what I'm saying? That's an upsell. A lot of people, or the majority of people, are not comfortable with selling. Right? They won't do the upsell. So you walk in the store, you ask for a certain sneaker, that's all they're going to give you. Now, if that same person who doesn't know how to upsell, if they had the Priv would be the one to say, hey, those are nice sneakers, but we got a shirt over there that can match those sneakers, all right? Or some shoestrings. Check these shoestrings out. This shoestring will create an awesome color scheme for those sneakers. You get what I'm saying? That's what the Priv does for you. So you don't have to do the upselling. Now, if you want to build a team, right, which I was never good at because I didn't go to school for leadership or team building and things of that nature, the Priv does the building for you, or it helps. You know, it does welcome orientations, right? It does trainings, it does upgrades, it does events. Do you get what I'm saying? So again, this is the Priv just doing some of the heavy lifting for you. You want to be able to maneuver and build your business the same way that the big guys are doing. And today, with companies like Amazon and Facebook and YouTubes and all that, they're doing it by way of artificial intelligence. So it's only right that we level the playing field and put the same type technology or similar technology in your hands so you can build just like the big guys, right? You don't want to get left behind. So the power of the Priv, right? Now, when we first got started, pardon me in my slides, when we first got started, we had only one product / service. If you look on the screen, we got 4. So we got 4, we start off with 1. Now everything is centered around the Priv. iBoomerang is a technology company. The Priv is the center of our technology. You get what I'm saying? So if you look at this image, everything is kind of linked to the Priv. So we got 4 things here. We got iGo, we got Zents, right? We got our own Bob, our drive share company, and then we got Build Genius, which is another technology that's used to help customers save money. So let's start off with iGo, which is our travel platform, right? This is what we started with, and this is what we were pretty much known for. All right, so we started with iGo, and because our Priv is so awesome, and because iGo is so effective, right? We've had over 1 million customers within our first 18 months in business. So those 1 million customers were already locked into our artificial intelligence, which is called the Priv, right? So over 1 million customers in the first 18 months of business because the platform works and because the Priv simply works, right? Now, what is iGo? iGo is a travel booking platform, right? Where we can provide our travelers a 5-star lifestyle for 3-star prices. It's a free lifetime membership. And what we realize is that the trend today is really just free apps. If you think about Facebook was free, your Amazon app was free. There's a lot of apps that you might have on your phone that you downloaded because it was free, right? That's the trend. And it seemed like that's what makes things sticky. So we've done the same thing, but we've done it with travel, right? And we've given you a lifetime membership. We've given you access to some of the lowest rates in the industry. All right, so let me explain how this works exactly. This is what iGo do, right? This is how this works. So behind the curtain prices. Now, for most of you guys, when you travel, you go to various sites. You go to your Kayaks, you go to your Travelocities, you go to Expedia, as you see on this screen, and you're trying to find the best price. Doesn't matter what site you go to, to find that price, you're just trying to find the best price. And this is pretty much how most of us book our travel, right? So in this example, if you look on Expedia, if you book this hotel, it's $339 a night, right? So you conveyed that to me. You was like, listen, I'm looking for a hotel. The hotel in Expedia was $339 a night. And I was like, listen, check this out. Check this site. Check out iGo and see what you can find. You went on iGo, you found the same exact room, the same exact inventory, right? Same exact inventory. But on iGo was $178 a night. Question is, which one are you going to book? Are you going to book from iGo or are you going to book from Expedia? Now, this ain't a trick question. It's just reality. The average person is going to book from iGo. Why pay more when you can pay less? This is the power of iGo, all right? So it's really that simple. Now, if you look over here, we actually have a booking summary, an itinerary, and this is from Mr. Holton Buggs, who is the chairman and CEO of the company, right? This was his very first booking because, of course, he had to test it out before he actually puts it out there for us. You get what I'm saying? So we tested it out, right? You got to be a product of the product or a customer of the product. The reservation was $1348, right? His savings on this was $1589 to be exact. So he actually saved $1,589 by booking through his own iGo platform. You get what I'm saying? So not only do you get the savings, but every time you book, you now get the reward credits, right? So the reward credits just goes towards future bookings to actually give you more savings for your future booking. You get what I'm saying? So again, it's not rocket science, right? Most of us search, we seek out the best prices, and in most cases, iGo has the best price. Now, let me give you an example. Let's break this down. Your travel savings bonuses, right? There's two ways that you can utilize the iGo platform. You can use it as a customer, or you can use it as we have a customer platform and we have an ambassador platform. The ambassador platform is for paying members only. I'm an ambassador or a representative, right? So I'm a paying member. Now, the customer platform, let me break this down to you. So, two platforms, exactly the same, except one is for free customers, the other is for paying members or ambassadors, right? Let's say you was talking to your Uncle Rick, right? Uncle Rick wanted to go to Cancun, right? So he found what he was looking for. He's ready to book, but you said, hold up, check iGo out, Unc. Unc goes in there, he checks out iGo. He see the price on iGo, but the public price, his price is $1,042. He goes on iGo, right? The price is $834. You get what I'm saying? For a savings of $212. Now on the ambassador platform, right, which is the paying member platform, our total was actually $621. So our savings is better than your savings. Even though you get savings or the free customers get savings, the ambassador platform savings are much more deeply discounted. Now, once you give Uncle Rick this platform, Uncle Rick saves $212. He's going to be a happy camper. He's going to say, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, right? All right. Savings is cool. But even more importantly, one of the perks of being a paying ambassador, the ambassador platform, is that once you become an ambassador, right? Let's say same example, right? You've become an ambassador. Uncle Rick wants to go to Cancun. His price is $1,046. You said, listen, Uncle, check iGo out, see what your price is. Same thing, his price was $834. Because you gave him the link to iGo, you would get half of his savings. In this case, his savings was $212. Because you gave him the link to iGo, because you became an ambassador, a representative for the company, right? You became a representative for the company because remember, they wouldn't have had Uncle Rick as a customer without your assistance. You gave him a link. Because you saved him money, he's happy that you saved him money. And all you did was gave it to him for free. But because you gave it to him, you would get 50% of the savings as a travel savings bonus, which for you would be $106 in cash. And all you did was gave it out. So all we do with these sites, we give these sites out. Remember what I said? We give value. We're not selling a value. We're literally going around as ambassadors or representatives, whatever you want to call it, and we're giving out savings. That's all we're doing is giving it out. That's all we do. We give it out. Same way that you gave it to Uncle Rick, You give it out to Aunt Etna or whoever else, right? This is the benefit of being ambassador, right? An ambassador, which means that, again, we're paying members. But the customer platform, you still get savings, but you don't get all the perks that ambassadors get, all right? So in this case, again, you get half of the savings. So we give value, we're not selling the value. So that's the iGo platform. Now, moving on to our next service or our next product, which was Zents. They say smell is the strongest of the five senses, right? What we've done is we've harnessed the power of scents into these tiny little wearable devices, right, that you place in your nose. I don't even have my Zents with me, actually. They're in my car because usually when I'm out, I'm promoting Zents. But anyway, essential oils, for all you guys that like aromatherapy or know about aromatherapy, we've harnessed the power of aromatherapy in a wearable device, right? You don't have to touch it. It's hands off, except for when you're first putting it in, and then you just simply breathe it in, take it in, because they say scent, your scent can alter your mood, right? Typically, if you're smelling something bad, it frowns your face up. But for the most part, if you have a nice, pleasant smelling scent, it can literally alter your mood. So it can relax you, it can get you upbeat and going. You get what I'm saying? So we got 3 different flavors right now, or 3 different scents. We got Purify, which is lemon. This is actually my favorite. We got Energized, eucalyptus, right? If you've ever smelled like Vicks Vapor Rub or things like that, that's like that eucalyptus scent that kind of opens up your nasal. You get what I'm saying? It allows you to breathe more and kind of gives you that energy, kind of energizes you because it opens you up. Then we have lavender. Most of you guys have heard of lavender, and lavender helps you relax. You get what I'm saying? So again, all this is in a revolutionary wearable technology. It's personal, it's portable, it's powerful. All right, that's Zents. Now, on to our next service, which is Vibe Ride. This is our own personal drive share company, right? We have mobility solutions. All right, with Vibe Rides. Now, this is, in my opinion, this is pretty awesome because a lot of us wasn't invited to the meetings when they had the Uber meetings or they had the Lyft meetings, right? There was people that got in at the ground level that made probably hundreds of millions and in some cases billions of dollars off those companies. Most of us don't get invited to those meetings and never will get invited to those meetings. This opportunity right here, we have our own drive share company. Right now, we're active in 2 states, 5 cities in 2 states, and we're still expanding. This is a ground level opportunity. Take full advantage of this. So we got products and services. You can actually earn by recruiting drivers. You can actually have a fleet of drivers, not own one car, but you can have a fleet of drivers. So you can actually earn by referring this to people who already drive. Most Uber and Lyft drivers drive for both companies. So this would just be another company within their portfolio that they can actually possibly make money from. You get what I'm saying? So simple, talk to them. And they can earn money, or you can earn money while they drive. You get what I'm saying? And you can also be a rider. The thing is, you can also refer riders and make money from referring riders, right? Uber's not going to do that. Lyft's not going to do that. Only with Vibe Rides can you get paid by referring riders and drivers. All right. So let's move on to our next one, Bill Jeans. What we found out is that Americans are overpaying on their bills by $60 billion, over $60 billion, right? So you sign up for Bill Genius, and what Bill Genius does is allows you to upload your monthly bills, and they negotiate for you with your service providers, whether it be Sprint, T-Mobile, AT&T, whether it's your Wi-Fi, whether it's cable. They negotiate for you. That's it. You upload your bill, you fall back, and you let Bill Genius do the work. They'll negotiate your bills for you to get you a lower price. Because again, we're overpaying. They say by $60 billion a year, we're overpaying. So you simply let Bill Genius work for you. Save money with Bill Genius. They're simply going to take your bills, contact your provider, and negotiate to get you a better deal. If you look at this, Krista from Texas saved $999.32 on 3 bills, right? And you see a few of them over here. Now, my aunt Stacy actually saved $180 on her Sprint bill. I actually saved $50 a month on my AT&T bill. So Bill Genius works. And guess what? It's free. Remember what I said. We're not selling value. We're simply giving away value. This is another means by which we're giving away the value to benefit the customer. We're not trying to sell and try to, cram things down their throat that they don't need. These are simple services that we're giving away in order to save you money, right? In order to help give you a better lifestyle. In my opinion, a dollar saved is a dollar earned, right? All right, so this is Bill Genius. Check it out. Bill Genius is awesome. I love Bill Genius. Now, the power of 10, because how does this work for you? You get started, you got 10 ambassadors in place, right? So 10 people you might have given Bill Genius to 10 people. I've heard people ask me, well, how do you benefit from this? Because people are skeptical, which is, okay, we're skeptical creatures, especially in certain places of the world, New York and other Philadelphia. People are skeptical when it seems like you're just trying to give something away. So what's in it for you? Then I explain to them, all right, if I save you money, then in return, I get a little piece back every month. Every time you save, I can earn. So remember what I said to you guys, a boomerang, you throw it out and something good comes back. We give some savings away and then we get something in return. It's really that simple, all right? So in this case, somebody asks you the same question, what are you getting in return? You explain it to them and they say, damn, that's cool. How can I do that, right? So you did that with 10 people. Now you got 10 ambassadors also that want to give out Bill Genius. They want to give away value. Well, them 10 people got 10 people. Now you got 100 customers that's locked into you. They're all tied to you, right? Because you got them started. Now remember, you don't have to do this, but sometimes it just happens naturally. Like I said, because people ask questions. And when you can explain it, it's really simple. And they say, all right, I want to do the same thing. So now you got 100 customers. 1 to 4 months, 5 to 8 months, 9 to 12 months. You could, and this is hypothetically speaking, you could end up with 10,000 customers in 12 months or even longer. This is not a short-term fly-by-night deal here. You want to think about this. Put your business cap on, right? Think about this with a real open mind. Put your business cap on. When you think in business, you think in long-term. You're not trying to be around for 1 or 2 years. So think about how many customers you can actually get. $100 average savings per month can yield you $5,977 a month in residual income. And remember, this is residual. Once your representatives got customers, you don't even know the customers that they're getting. But as long as their customers is coming in and you're still getting customers, that's generating money for you and for your family every month. And guess what? You're not out there breaking your back and working, 40, 50, 60 hours to do it. But the money's going to keep rolling in because people want to save money. Who doesn't want to save money? Whoever said in this world that I would rather pay more? Nobody, right? That's where Bill Genius comes in. This is the power of Bill Genius. This is the power of residual income. And this is the power of boomerang. So the question is do you boomerang, right? What does it mean to boomerang? Yes, I boomerang. I'm going to show you what exactly it means to boomerang. So we boomerang with smart codes, right? So that iGo platform, the Bill Genius that I just showed you, it's very simple to generate that and give it away. We do it with smart codes. You simply go in your back office, you generate a code. I can generate that code in less than 2 minutes, probably about a minute or less, honestly. And I'm really being real. I'm throwing this out there so I can show you guys how simple this is for you to do it. And the fact that you can do it and actually benefit from it. All right, so we generate a smart code. You send that code via text message or email, or you can copy it to a clipboard and paste it on your social media, news feed or pages or whatever, right? The customer gets the code, right? We know a text message is almost instant. People respond to text messages fast, real fast, right? The open rate is astonishing with a text message. They receive the code, they activate the code. Now you got a customer. Your customer saves big. It's simple as 1, 2, 3. That's it. That's what it means to boomerang. That's how we boomerang. All right. Not only that, but every time a customer activates a code, right, we feed somebody through our Boom Foundation, right? If you look down here, every activated boomerang nourishes a child over 6 million servings of nutrition to date. And that's all because we've been giving out boomerang codes, free codes that customers are activating. And it doesn't say when a customer actually uses the iGo platform or uses Bill Genius, but once they activate the code, you can nourish a child somewhere that needs some food, right? That doesn't have the food. You get what I'm saying? So again, this is another manner in which we're able to give back and that you're able to give back, all right? So again, I'm gonna keep reiterating this, that We're giving value. We're not selling a value. The old business model was to sell value, sell, sell, sell. The iBoomerang model is we're giving the value away, and in return we get something back. All right. Now, residual income from the Priv. All right. Remember what I said. The Priv is our artificial intelligence. All right. So we send ambassadors and customers to the Priv. The Priv uses the data and artificial intelligence to cross-sell for you. They do the cross-selling. They do the upselling. Remember my example of the Foot Locker, right? When somebody buys some sneakers, you say, hey, there's a hat over there. That hat will go fly with them sneakers, right? That shirt, man, that shirt will look fly with them sneakers, with them boots. Grab that shirt. That's what the Priv does for you. If you're scared to do it, right? Again, because a lot of us shy away from sales. But that's where the Priv comes in. That's what the Priv does for companies like Amazon. Not the Priv, sorry, artificial intelligence. That's for companies like Amazon's, your Facebooks, your Nike.coms, your YouTubes, your Googles, artificial intelligence. The Priv is our artificial intelligence working for you, right? You do the same thing. So your residual income is based upon your effort, all right? That's the residual income from the Priv. Now, 6 ways to earn income. I'm not going to go into details with all this, but I just want you guys to know that through this one single opportunity called iBoomerang, you can literally generate 6 streams of income, right? It's almost a necessity these days to have more than one income. And I know this is an extreme example, but the COVID kind of showed that when the whole world seemed to shut down for like 3-4 months. I mean, it's still kind of partially shut down. A lot of people lost jobs. They only had one stream of income, and it put a lot of people in some crazy hardships. Yeah, we know the government tried to step in and help out a little bit, but for the most part, if that didn't show you that it's necessary to have more than one income, then I don't know what will, right? But with this opportunity, you're actually able to generate 6 different streams of income, all right? Now, how do you get started? Everybody has to come into the standby position, right? Get started however you can get started, but I wouldn't recommend staying here at the standby position. I would recommend that you guys get started with one of 3 packages, either the first class package, the business class package, or the coach class package. The price for first class is actually $1,050. I want to do some clarification for you guys. That standby position that you first seen at $49.95, everybody has to start there. So that $50 is tacked on to these prices that you see on the screen, right? I don't want any confusion. So first class in actuality is $1,050. Coach class is actually $300. Business class is actually $550. This is the one-time price paid, right, for your membership to get started. One-time price paid. After which, there's a $99.95 a month expense. Every business has expenses. Every business has an overhead, right? Example, gas, electric, phone bills, whatever supplies you got to buy. Your average brick and mortar business, your expense is going to far exceed $100. Trust me, right? If you don't know, go ask somebody or Google it, right? The value that you get for $100 a month, the value that you get for $100 a month, right, is exceptional. It's a steal, especially for everything that you'll get for this opportunity, the technology, the leadership, the training, the strategies, our culture, our family, that is iBoomerang. You will not find this is unmatched, right? Get started. If you can't do first class, do business. If you can't do business, do coach. But whatever you do, get started. Take advantage of it, right? So there's a lot of different perks to different packages. Like I said, I don't want to get too deep into all of them. The most obvious thing about the different packages is the number of boomerangs you start off with. So the number of boomerangs means how many iGo customers you can get and how many Build Genius customers you can get. At the first class, you start with 50. So that's 50 boomerangs, right? You can split those up however you want to split up between your iGo and your Build Genius customers, but you only get 50, right? Well, I'm not going to say you only get 50, but you start off with 50. Business class, you start off with 25. Coach class, you start off with 10, right? You remember, you want to have as many boomerangs as possible because your boomerangs becomes your what? Your assets. That's how you build your customer base. Your customer base means what? Residual income for you and for your family, right? but you can also actually buy more boomerangs in your back office. So no matter what package you start off with, you can actually go in your back office at any time and you can buy more boomerangs. You want to have boomerangs because your boomerangs is how you build your customer base, right? You want to build that free customer base. All we do is we literally go out and get free customers. We go out and get free customers. I'm in the business right now of getting free customers. And because I'm giving out value to my free customers and I'm saving my customers money, in return, that generates for me and for my family a residual income each month. All right. So the question is you got to ask yourself is how many customers do you want to get? How many customers do you want to get? Right? That's what you got to ask yourself. Now let's keep it moving. We're pretty much at the end of this presentation. Get started now. Somebody invited you to this. Get back with the person that invited you. If you're ready to get started, congratulations. I welcome you to the team. We got some big moves we can make, right? Let's get busy. Let's hit the ground running. Let's get started. And let's make some life-changing moves and life-changing money, all right? If you got some questions, please feel free to reach me after this through my social media feeds, or the person that invited you, get back to them. Hopefully they can answer your questions. You get what I'm saying? But get started, all right? If you got questions, get your questions answered, whether it's the person that invited you. If you've seen this by way of social media, reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram, right? Check me out. I'll answer your questions. I respond to people pretty rapidly. All right. So get started. Take advantage of this thing called iBoomerang now. We got one more disclaimer. Like I said, remember, you are your own guarantee. I can't guarantee anything because everybody got a different level of hustle. Your grind might not match my level of grind. Your grind might exceed my level of grind. So I definitely can't give you a certain number of income because your income might blow mine out the frame. You get what I'm saying? So everybody is their own guarantee. Only you can guarantee. We provide the tools, we provide the training, we provide the leadership, we provide the culture, we provide the family. All you got to do is take advantage of it, put in a little work, and we can make some life-changing money, do some life-changing things. All right, so with that being said, I'm going to stop my screen share, blow me up just a little bit. This is pretty much the end of the game. Again, the name is Kamal Robinson. I thank you guys for taking your time out to listen to this presentation. Hopefully you guys learned something, seen something that's beneficial to you. If you're ready to get started, like I said, get started. If you don't want to get started, you want to be a customer, feel free. iGo is awesome. Build Genius is awesome. At least become a free customer. You'll save yourself some money. All right. So before I go, I'm gonna leave you guys with one thing. All right. If you're willing to do today what others are afraid to do or won't do, then you can live tomorrow like others can. On that note, I'm out of here, y'all. Peace and blessings. Hopefully I hear from you guys soon.